What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, coming to you on Thursday morning. We're getting ready to turn the page into Week 9 against the Seattle Seahawks. But before we do that, we're going to take a look at something that the Baltimore Ravens did extremely well last year, and why I think it's not only important for playing against Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks this weekend, but also why it's important for the long-term success of this defense. If you guys are looking forward to this breakdown, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here. We are going to talk about the interior pass rush, a game that was anchored pretty heavily by, in the pass rush game, that is, by Michael Pierce, Justin Madubuike, and Travis Jones. They combined for 9 pressures amongst the three of them. Madubuike leading the way with 5. The Ravens had 2 sacks. They came from Pierce and from Madubuike, and Madubuike's on an absolute tear lately. So we're going to take a look at some of those rushes, but before we do that, just to kind of preview the Seattle Seahawks, it's not so much that Geno Smith is bad under pressure. Obviously, his numbers do drop. It's that he's pretty darn good when he's kept clean. He actually throws the ball at a 76% clip when he's kept clean. That drops to 53.6% when he's under pressure. So obviously a significant drop there. Obviously quarterbacks are far worse when under pressure. 53.6 isn't anything overly egregious, but 76% when kept clean is high. So I think it's really important to pressure Geno Smith. He's one of the higher quarterbacks in the league with average time to throw at 2.9 seconds. He's 8th in the league for holding on to the ball. Again, most of these guys up at the top of the list are mobile guys that can extend plays. That obviously increases their time to throw. But just naturally, he will hold the ball a little bit longer. So getting that interior pass rush is super important. So let's get right into it, see what they did against the Cardinals, talk about how this could translate over into the Seahawks game. So we're going to get started here on a rep. And there's a lot going on here, but this is one of Madubuike's sacks. Is this actually the one? Let me double check. Yeah, this is the one that got called back on the first drive. So you're going to see Trey McBride come over here. We'll just watch this quick. Watch him initiate contact on Kyle Hamilton on this play. See right here? He kind of goes off your screen, but he initiates this contact. Based on the wording of the rule, it's only a legal contact on the defender if he's trying to, basically if you impede where he's running to. You see right there, he's squared up Kyle Hamilton. He's about to push right through him. But nonetheless, that was the play that was called back. But what happens on the inside here, you're going to get just one of these knives inside from Jadeveon Clowney that he does so well. You see right there, that sets the tone for this rep. But it's really this relentless pass rush. You see Justin Madubuike sticking that inside hand up inside the armpit, attacking, driving. Clowney causes that pressure that forces Dobbs to move, and Madubuike is able to clean it up. This is a play that Madubuike would have had the sack for, but Clowney with the initial pressure there deserves a lot of credit. But you're seeing, that consistent interior pass rush, and the thing that I really want to focus on is center's focusing on Queen here, but with Michael Pierce as a nose tackle who can rush the passer, it creates this, which is really important, and that's a one-on-one matchup for Justin Madubuike. So you're not going to see a lot, especially with the way the Ravens will blitz their linebackers. You're not going to see too often where Madubuike is the one getting doubled, because that's going to leave Pierce or Travis Jones one-on-one, and teams typically don't want to do that. Of course, it happens depending on the pass protection, the slide, the slant that the D-line has, but theoretically, with two big nose tackles who can rush the passer, that's what's giving Madubuike some of these one-on-one looks. So we get into another one here. And this is just, that ability to push the pocket. And here's kind of what I'm talking about again. So you're going to get the guard and the center kind of working that double team, and that leaves Madubuike one-on-one. But Pierce's, obviously, right guard here is the help man, but Pierce's ability to start driving, get that hand up, bat down the ball, his ability to push the pocket pretty consistently, drop guys back into quarterbacks' laps. I think that's what's super important. This pocket was collapsing, ball comes out. That's what you want to see pretty typically, but just seeing him make a play on the ball with the batted pass just adds to a number of things that 6 foot, 365 pounds, 355 pounds, just a bowling ball. Here we're going to get into another one This is just going to be that relentless pass rush with both of them making an impact here. So now this is one where you get a double team on Matabike and it frees up Pierce. And Pierce is able to work this inside rush lane. You see him kind of get held up there, but gets nice and low. See that narrow base too? That's really important because he's able to get narrow and get low right underneath that inside leverage point, and then he just drives through right here to create that space, push off. Now he's got a path to the quarterback while Matabike is being doubled, but Matabike doing some good things here while being doubled, getting that hand up right in the passing lane. Does that make him clutch the ball a little bit? Not sure, but obviously this goes incomplete. Pierce gets to him. So just that interior pass rush causing disruption, causing things to come into the quarterback's face, even if it's not, a hurry, a QB hit, a sack, that sort of thing. But that consistent pushing of the pocket can be very disruptive to the quarterback. And I think that's the essential piece that the Ravens really need to build on, really do consistently moving forward this season. And now, obviously, this is a rep where Michael Pierce works a stunt inside. Just absolute, oh my God. So this is one of the things I think Mike McDonald's been doing that is so wonderful. You see Matabike flip with Owe here. Matabike is an edge rusher. You got Owe rushing inside. He's going to knife down, and they're going to run a little stunt. So he comes down. Owe selflessly picks the center, opens up that loop for Michael Pierce. In doing so, gets around and is able, the explosiveness of Michael Pierce. Not many nose tackles can, come around the loop, turn hard, and get up after the quarterback here and get the sack. So, and then you see Justin Matabike working outside against the tackle. Watch Matabike drive. So you're going to see him drive and then do a little, get in there at the end. So love seeing that. How Clowney didn't scoop or didn't fall on that. Sorry, shouldn't have scooped it. Didn't fall on that. It's hard. They punted right after that. It basically flipped the field 70 yards. So just look at this one more time. Just Michael Pierce's ability. Just the big bowling ball who can move. Absolutely beautiful. I think we got one more here. Matabike just absolutely runs this guy over. Had to include this one. So you're going to see him. Again, we got the double team here on Pierce opening this one-on-one. And we just see something we see from the edge a lot, just speed to power conversion. You see him right there, get inside. He's got the inside hands. You can see the guard's hands are outside of Matabike's frame, and he just runs him over, gets into the lap, little dump off there for not much of a gain. We got one more play to take a look at here, and you're going to see some of the special stuff Matabike can do. Not many defensive tackles can rush like this. And once again, what are we seeing? Little double team on Michael Pierce opens his one-on-one for Justin Matabike. Matabike hits him with the spin move, comes in, makes the contact. Owe also coming in off the edge, getting chipped there by the running back. That explosiveness to come in and finish. Finally seeing him get a little bit of a finish there. So that's what I see from this interior pass rush. It's really positive. I think it's something that they've been building on. I think it's gotten better every week. We've seen, most importantly, some consistency develop with the interior pass rush. Last year and even the year before, it felt like we'd have games where we'd kind of scratch the surface of what Justin Matabike can do, and we'd talk about his potential, and then he'd fade for a few weeks. And this year, I feel like we're getting this week in and week out for about the last 5 weeks. And then Michael Pierce is obviously healthy this year. Travis Jones, I didn't include any of his clips here, but he's doing similar things, and you guys have seen him in other videos I've done. So those guys, plus Brody Washington coming off the bench, mostly a run stopper, but he can do some of this in the pass rush game too. So just a deep unit that can make an impact, and I seriously think this interior pass rush's ability to consistently do that is so important for Mike McDonald because of what it can do for him in the sim pressure game. He's not constantly having to blitz. He can show those linebackers and drop them. It expands the number of coverage looks he can give quarterbacks when he can rely on his defensive tackles to get that pass rush going rather than needing to use the linebackers, which I felt like we had to do a little bit early. So just a little bit of development there from the defense. Great to see. So that's all I have for you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace out, everyone.